What's going on, TubeU? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. Today, we're in the red eye. Headed to the gym so I can get my morning workout in. I can't get this 4-day started if I don't finish all my workouts, man. So it's leg day, so we're gonna finish off with my second leg day of this week. I need it. I gotta do 2 leg days a week because got little legs. Anywho, today's video topic, man. All these tracks closing and what that means for the racers and the race scene. If you guys haven't been tracking, you guys aren't in the news or whatever, you don't really care. Irwindale, a very popular, very well-known track around here in California, just closed down. Hell, across the U.S. I promise you, you've seen tons of videos. If you watch any racing videos, you've seen tons of little racing videos where it's just an 1/8 mile, but people love that track. It's a very popular track here in SoCal, and a lot of people go to it. It's just an 1/8 mile, like I said, but it's a fan favorite. Tons of people, tons of freaking events. I see ton of turnout every time. I never even got to personally go, so it's a shame that I'm not even going to get a chance to go. I've been to Famoso up in Bakersfield. That's a 1/4 mile track, but everyone seems to prefer, and the majority of the crowd always seems to flock to the Irwindale one. I'm assuming because that's closer to where everyone actually stays. Famoso's up in Bakersfield, but with Irwindale closing, and the other closure for, I think it was Sonoma, it was another 1/4 mile track, about 2 hours to the complete opposite direction. That track closed down as well, and now pretty much the closest thing I have to me is Bakersfield. All right, nope, not doing that. You interrupted my last video. So yeah, Bakersfield is the closest one to me. It's only about an hour away. Irwindale is about 2 hours away, but Irwindale always had like a huge turnout, and they're always having events and stuff like that, like Mopar events, Ford only events, stuff like that. So to see that track close, that is insane. Like I just refuse to believe you weren't getting that type of traction to keep the track open. Like, what is closing these tracks down? And you know, we all know what that means when the track's closed. That means you're just pushing the racers out to the streets. They're not gonna drive 6-7 hours just to go have fun with their buddies, man. Like, if they see an open road in front of them and their buddy next to them, they're just gonna use that. Just point blank, period. Unfortunately, a lot of those people, or some of those people, I'm not gonna say a lot, some of those people are of the younger crowd, and they don't really, you know, have the best judgment of character, or they don't have the best judgment, I should say. And, you know, that's how you get situations that we've seen recently of these racers out here dying. And I'm not saying any names because I don't want anyone, oh, you're using this name for clout, you're using this name for clout. But that's just a prime example of what's going to happen, or more of what's going to happen if we don't freaking give these kids a place to go. Just that simple. We have a place way out there in the middle of nowhere, and that would be a perfect spot. Just let them go out there and leave them the hell alone. They're out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing and no one around. Just let the kids go out there and have fun if you're going to keep closing tracks. That's all I'm saying. There was a track hawk kid, same thing that happened to him. I didn't follow him. I thought I followed him because the track hawk looked familiar. Turns out there's a lot of black track hawks running around on drag packs. But it was a black track hawk, drag pack, and pretty easy to find the profile. It's a Texas-based vehicle, and same thing. I don't even know if he was street racing. I think he was just making a test hit, and, you know, didn't make it. That's just the reality of it. He just did not make it. Vehicle completely split in half, and, you know, I feel like if we had more spaces to safely do that, he'd be all right. The other guy, a New York-based vehicle, is a Beamer. He crashed before on a track, and he survived. Crash, came out just fine. Maybe a bruise or a scrape or two, but he came out alive. Second time, no track. Did not come out alive. Do you see where I'm going here? So, like, if you're gonna put them out there in the middle of nowhere, you know, I feel like that's gonna be a hell of a lot safer than out here on something like this, where you got poles over here, big old ditch over here where they can roll, flip, but we all know, I don't know, cars seem to have a magnet towards the nearest freaking obstacle in the road. So this would not be a safe ass road. Just point blank, it's nice, it's straight, it does look empty, but you got all those poles over there, and that's usually what they end up racing on, is like streets with big old trucks and roads that look empty, until someone just randomly decides to turn down the road or come out of nowhere, and then, you know, they end up crashing. End up taking more than their own life or something like that. So, like I said, it just doesn't make sense that you guys keep closing these tracks. What was the other track? The one in Texas, the huge one in Texas that kept having 2K in. How do you have 2K and it's not enough to keep the track open? That doesn't make sense to me. Was there something else? Is it just a noise thing? Like, are they just getting property taxed out the ass so they can be forced to close? What is going on around here where you just keep closing these damn tracks and keep pushing these kids out into the freaking street? It just doesn't make sense, man. I don't understand. All these events, all this money that's coming in, and you guys keep taxing them. The noise complaints keep coming. Like, you keep building houses and shit next to the freaking tracks, and they complain about the damn tracks. What? Build houses, close the track closes, no money. Kids go to the streets, build a new track for the kids to go to, build houses next to the track, the cycle repeats, more kids out on the street. It just, the math just don't be mathing, man. I don't understand the logic behind this. And then you go out here chasing the freaking street race and stuff. Chase the takeover kids. Definitely get them. Like, no one gives a damn about them. Get the takeover kids. These guys are freaking insane. Like, yeah, you can take them off the street. No one cares about them. The street racers, they're just out here trying to make a pass to their buddies, man. Now, if they're doing it in the middle of freaking a town or something like that, sure, take them out, get them, let them know, arrest them on the spot. Like, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Teach them their lesson, hopefully, and, you know, maybe take their keys for a little while. You know, do whatever hell you guys do. But if they're out there in the middle of nowhere, just let the kids have their fun, man. Let the kids have their freaking fun. Like, if you're gonna keep taking tracks, give them somewhere else to go and have their fun, or let them go somewhere else and have their fun. I know, like I said, we have that big open road, literally just an empty, non-used road out there in the middle of nowhere, literally in the middle of the desert, just an open ass road. You should just let people go out there and have fun. Just that simple. It is technically a road, like an actual road. However, no one uses it. I believe there used to be a plant or something back there, or used to be used for a plant. I don't know. Either way, it's an empty road. It's straight, and nothing is on either side of the road. So that seems to be a decent road that you should be able to go and enjoy. Just my thoughts. Like I said, if you're going to keep pushing them out to the street, and you're going to make them and not give them a place to go, and I understand if you're in the city or something like that, it's going to be a lot harder to find. Obviously, you don't have a wide open desert or a forest or something to go out to the middle of. All right, man, what are you doing? You got to get the hell out of my way. Excuse me. Anywho, obviously, I know if you're in the middle of the city, something like that, you're probably not going to be the most inclined to drive out to the middle of nowhere to race. But if they're going to keep taking your tracks, that's going to be your only option. Either you race in the street, risk your life, risk others' life, risk impounding your car, risk losing your car forever. If that's worth it to you, by all means, go ahead. But clearly, this video is not intended for you. But if you are willing to drive, then my message to the authorities is simply leave the damn kids alone. If they're willing to go out of their way to leave civilians, others' property, and all that stuff alone, to go out here and safely race by themselves, leave them the hell alone. This is that simple. Now, if you're racing in the middle of the streets of towns, suburbs, and cities and stuff like that, yeah, something's a little off up top. You're probably one of the takeover crowd kids. You should probably not be racing. It's just that simple. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't done it before, race through a street or race through a town or something like that. But it was nothing crazy. Like, I'm not doing 150, 180 or some crazy shit through a town. Whenever I hit any type of crazy speed, I'm way out in the middle of nothing. Hell, you can go check the freaking vids. Check the vids. See where I am. Out in the middle of nowhere every time. By my damn self. But anywho, that's all this video is about, man. It's more of a little rant, I guess, and more of a little update because, you know, it's getting a little crazy out here. People literally losing their lives out here street racing because and they just keep taking tracks away. Like, what do you, more of that is going to happen. I'm not saying that these racers lost their lives because of the lack of street. I don't know where their nearest tracks are and stuff like that, but I am saying more of that will happen if you keep taking away the damn tracks. It's that simple. Like I said, Willow Springs is up for sale. Who knows what the future of that holds? That could push a lot of people out. That was our nearest track. It wasn't a prep track, but we could go out there and run no prep just to 1,000 foot, and it was fun. It was fun. Plain and simple. It was fun. It was close. It was fun and easy to get into. That simple. $20, run all night. So Willow Springs is up in the air. Like I said, Irwindale just closed, or is planning, is going to close, I should say. I believe they're going to finish out the end of the year, and then they're going to close. Formoso, I feel like they're on the way out the door because of the type of events they keep holding. I don't think they can keep up, but I could be wrong. Formoso might be around a while. I don't know, but I think they're on their legs as well. And there's no people around Formoso, so they might be all right for a little while. But yeah, you keep closing tracks, stuff like that is going to keep happening. And that's all I'm really trying to point out in this video, man. The kids need somewhere to go, and you should probably stop taking away the legal places for them to go. Or else they're just going to go somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, hopefully. And if they do that, leave them the hell alone. Because you closed all their tracks, you took away all their places to go, and now they're going somewhere else to not bother people, and you keep messing with them. So leave them the hell alone if you're going to do that. That's all this video is about. So, if it's your first time stopping by, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Hold up. They can get a rip. Oh shit, boys, we're back. If it's your first time stopping by, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you guys get the notification these videos go up. So go to the Instagram channel at low376slow, all one word. I'll put it down in the description. Until next time, tube you. I'm out.